Hello everyone and welcome back to the Seasonal Storm. My name is Jess and the day is finally here. It is store redecorate day. It is finally fall here in Gardnerville, Nevada in August. And the store is officially closed, so we're getting ready to flip this entire building for fall decor in preparation for our wine walk next Thursday. I'll see you guys in a second.
Two quick things before we get started. If you're interested in shopping at Circle S, you can always visit us online. But if you don't want to visit us online and you'd like to see us in person, 1506 North 395, Gardnerville, Nevada. Next, I'd like to say thanks to Jake Houston, a custom bootmaker, for my awesome t-shirt that I'm wearing throughout this shirt. He's truly an artist and another great small business to visit here in Northern Nevada. So first things first, I'm running around the store putting the garlands where I think I want to hang them. And once I have everything kind of organized where I want to start, I'm going to start with most of my windows. And you can see here, I'm just hanging this garland over the pegs that we already have on this window before I come back through, and I'm going to loop some deco mesh. Now, I'm keeping my window garlands really simple, just because at the end of the day, this is a shopping space. This is not necessarily a home decor space. We don't want to completely pack this space full of decor. We just wanted some little touches and glints of fall here and there. The other thing I like to do is I like to pull off some of my leaves and push them to where there are gaps. So if I have an empty spot, I like to fill that with some other leaves. And then you can see here, I use pipe cleaners to attach my deco mesh to my garlands, but just because I wanted a little pop of some color, but not an overwhelming amount, I'm just kind of weaving this in and out of the garland and just keeping it really simple. Again, this is a shopping space. We want the focal point to still be on the clothing, but we want to give off the vibes that make people consider buying things like long sleeves, sweaters, jackets. You get what I'm saying. So I'm just going through and I'm taking this scrap piece of deco mesh from my garland making, and I'm just using what is left of this roll to finish this garland above this particular window. This is the window on the women's side of the store, and these hooks would honestly be great for hanging signs or wreaths or other for sale merchandise from as well. So I want to keep these available for us to use to display goods should we choose to. And here's the end of the roll. We're going to finish off this garland, and honestly, that's that. That's how easy this one was. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, am I going to be a perfectionist? Yes. Okay. What are we coming back to do? Oh, I'm moving my leaves around. So the great thing about these garlands is you can pop leaves on and off and move them around where you need to. So keep that in mind as well. Like if some fall off or if it doesn't look full enough in one area, mind you bought these for $1 if you got them at Dollar Tree. But you can also do this on Michael's or Hobby Lobby garlands where you can easily pull leaves off or little stems and move them around. I know some people who will purchase those and actually thin them out and use the leaves for other projects. Okay, so this is one of our sets of bullhorns. These are in our kids section. And I am just going to take some twine and go ahead and tie some little very simple ties. Obviously, with the striation of these bullhorns, you actually can't see the twine. And I know because I have this camera up elevated that it might look like you might be able to, but you can't. Don't worry. And I'm just going to try to lightly drape this. This is just a little pop, a little hint, a little glimmer, if you will, of fall. But because this is our kids area of the store, I did not want to put any decor down low where something could get ripped down or pulled on or anything that could become a liability I wanted to avoid. So again, this is a very small and simple little pop of some fall color to kind of keep the cohesive vibe of everything else going on in the store, and also just showing you how I can attach garland, decor, etc. to odd shaped objects that you might not expect. Now, the other thing is that I use twine and pipe cleaners and zip ties all the time to secure and hold decor. I generally use either seasonally themed pipe cleaners or twine, though, if it's somewhere that someone might be able to see it, rather than zip ties, because I don't like the plasticky appearance of zip ties. The other thing is that you'll see there's a lamp kind of illuminating up from below me. I thought about putting some garland on that, and then I decided against it. So I took that piece of garland and I went over to our fragrance outpost. We have some really fun fall scents and perfumes. One is that men's leather, which honestly I know a lot of women who wear men's cologne as well. It's me. I wear men's cologne. And then our other one is it's not Lyric and Lace, but oh man, I should really know this, but that one's a really nice women's scent as well. And we just got fully restocked. So I had to decorate this little area and add some fun pops of color to really draw the eye. Our fragrances are some of the most requested items in the store by a long shot. So I'm sure all the people at Wine Walk this Thursday will be really excited that we have all of our fragrances back in our tester strips. So next up, I'm putting in my decor, my for sale decor, and I've decided instead of spreading it completely all around the store, I would try to keep it pretty much in one location. So I've decided to use these backdrops of our cubby holes in the women's clothing section, and I'm just putting my wreaths down below on wreath stands, and my wreaths up above, which are a little more substantial, are just kind of sitting on their own. And then I'm going to also add all of the pumpkins that I DIY'd. I do have videos that show how I do these, and these fun little tins. I got these little tin baskets years ago at the Target dollar spot, and they've gone with me from college dorm rooms to first homes to every job type setting that you can imagine. And now they are displaying my pumpkins in one of my good friends' stores. So what a trip these little baskets have been on, but a great $5 find from the Target dollar spot. People give affordable decor a bad rap as if it doesn't hold up or last. And honestly, my discount finds have always lasted me a really long time. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I do best. Now, you'll notice that I'm trying to group my pumpkins kind of by color family, and that's because I want to show people what the possibilities are if you purchase more than one together and how they can there goes my dog, and how they can kind of go together. My mini-me is checking in on my progress, making sure I'm doing everything correctly. Now on this shelf underneath our TV, right across from our main entrance, I wanted to put some of my wreaths and a few more of my pumpkins to kind of just maintain the fall mood. I threw that garland up there because I thought I was going to put it on top of the TV. You'll see later we went with a different strategy, and I also forgot to put a whole wreath right here. So we're going to go find that wreath. But first, we're going to go outside. Now, this is the part of the project that made everyone sweaty, and we were all very tired. But we are taking Dollar Tree garland and we are running it all the way across our gigantic porch out front. Now, this porch is where we host community events, where Wine Walk is hosted, where live music is played, where charity events are held. So keeping this porch decorated is a big priority, and really helps this community feel very homey. And so we went with the old-fashioned method of staple gunning it to the front of the porch, and then we wrapped that main entrance point. Now, this is the giant garland that we made in a DIY a few videos back. And thankfully, I have a big, tall guy here to reach where I can't. For those of you who don't know, I'm about 5'8.5", so I'm actually not very short. But it does help to have someone who's like 6'4" when you don't want to stand on top of things and get precarious. So he's going to go ahead and staple gun this to the frame. The best part about a staple gun is it staples pretty much the same as a stapler in a classroom. And to remove the staples, I generally use a letter opener and just pop those suckers out. So minimal damage, if any. And I tend to reattach at the same points over and over and over again. And I think he's about to run out of staples. And if that happens, you guys are about to see some bloopers. So just hang tight for a minute. But the best part about using that good base garland that I explained in the DIY for this, I use an evergreen base. You can get them at Walmart and other stores during the holidays, super, super cheap. But you can use them year-round for all holidays because you can't even see there's evergreen under there. You can really only see all the fall colors and the fall leaves. I decided to put on a fashion show and use this garland as a boa. My bonus baby was cackling off camera. She's used to my antics. But, you know, you have to have fun with it. I'm sure our neighbors think we're crazy, but that's okay. So we went ahead, I fluffed out this garland after transport, made it look all nice and tucked in any visible green branches, and this is well secured now to survive the Nevada winds. Now here's a ultra time lapse of me making its matching garland, and you'll see where we're going to put this one in just a second. So what I do first, I fluff out all my branches, and then I go in with my deco mesh first, or my tool, whichever I'm using. Today was deco mesh, and I kind of make 6-inch bubbles. This is a 12.5-foot garland, so this is a monster. Then I go in with my leaf garland. I'm actually only using 4 leaf garlands for this 12.5-foot, and I overlap them to make them a little bit thicker, and I'm using the branches and just crossing the branches over, so there's no zip ties, no anything extra going on here. And look at that, in one giant piece you have a really pretty full. This one isn't as full as the other one. I didn't add any additional pumpkins or anything to this one, but you have a really full nice fall garland. In this one, I got this garland brand new in packaging at Goodwill, and it was only $2.50 plus the $4 in leaf garland plus the $1 in deco mesh, so maybe $7.50 total to make this 12.5-foot garland. If you guys know where you can get a 12.5-foot garland for $7.50, I guess let me know, but I've never seen one. Also, sorry if you can hear coyotes in the background. They're very active tonight. Okay, so we're going to continue. I'm going to be holding this out of the way, and thankfully for this big tall man to get on top of precarious things and staple it into the ceiling for me. Now, we are not stapling this onto the light bar. It's actually about 1.5 inches in front of the light bar, so don't worry, the electrical is safe. We do know what we're doing. We've done this a lot. And this pretty much covers the entire length of the front counter from the wall of the dressing room all the way to the entrance to the front counter. So this has really worked out quite well, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. This is an impact piece. As soon as people walk in, this is one of the first things that they see, and it's really turned out beautifully. Now here's another one of my versions of a super simple deco mesh in leaf garland. This one, because we didn't have the hooks, I didn't want to staple it into the barnwood with the brands, so we just went over the top of it, and you can see my pipe cleaners on top. Now to finish off my pipe cleaner ends, I'll either wind them around the stems of my leaf garland, or I'll just curly cue them around my fingers or a pencil. Because this one is going over the men's shirt section, or really, I mean, a lot of us women wear these Wrangler shirts too, so it's more like the unisex section of the store. I didn't want this one to be as frilly or over the top, so I decided to go ahead and tuck in as many of those pipe cleaner doodly dads as you can see. So I'm running off to go grab a stool to stand on because I cannot reach up into those 8-foot ceilings. And he is going to continue stapling this for me. Again, he is awesome and is so supportive of all of my goals and all my little businesses and all my little things that I start. And he's always down to help me out as much as he can, including twirling pipe cleaners and fixing leaves. So anyway, that's bull riders for you, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and get this one finished up, and I'm not sure how many more projects I have to show you guys after this. We might be getting ready to do our store tour. Okay, so nope, I'm going to put him back to work. So we decided to take some of the leftover garland and go around some of the labeling signs. So we did the men's and the women's in the boot room, and I think that's it. At this point, we're all really hot and sweaty because even though we're putting up fall, keep in mind, it is still like 95 degrees outside here. The trees might be changing color. You know, geese might be headed to California for the winter, but it is still quite warm here in Western Nevada at the base of the Sierras. So we're not out of the woods yet on summer, even though we're trying to put up some fall vibes. I really love how these garlands further tie in the fall decor I have displayed in these cases, and really I'm really hopeful that it just sets the mood for people to come in and be ready to start making some of those fall and harvest purchases. So we have these fun little pink boots, just like I decorate with boots in my house. We decorate with them too. We are a Western store after all. So I made some custom yellow and orange sunflower picks by just taking an orange sunflower pick, popping off half the tops, and a yellow sunflower pick and doing the same, and shoving them in the boots. Simple arrangement and a quick Dollar Tree scarecrow, and we're out of here. I believe the last project of this video, I'm adding just literally leftover garland pieces to our little wagon in the back room, our hat room. And you guys might see our scarecrow we've been working on in the back. We need to take him home and reconstruct him so he can sit properly in the wagon out front. So he did not make an appearance in this video. Other than that, he will be in an upcoming video where we decorate the wagon. So don't worry, you will be seeing him again, but we got to fix him first. So we got big work to do. And yet again, my better half is helping me to decorate. So that's that. If that doesn't warm your heart, I don't know what will. And then this last idea was also his. He thought it'd be a good idea to take a little bit of the leaf garland and wrap it around our front porch light. And I thought this one was really cute too. Okay, so before we can do a store tour, you guys can kind of see some sneak previews, but I have to get this thing cleaned up. So I am picking up all of my trash, and then I'm going to come through and do a sweep and a mop, and a dusting, of course. And then I'm going to organize all the clothes back to where they were supposed to be. Yes, this is in time lapse. No, I am not a superhero. I wish I could clean this fast. And then behind the desk, look at the mess. This is what happens when you hire a crafter. So I've got all of my stuff put away. We've got everything organized. We've taken out the trash. We're going to do one good clean sweeping again.
Hey everyone, so it's over. We've done it. We've flipped the store for fall, and I'm so excited to bring y'all with me for a quick store tour. So come on.
We made it. Okay, so here's our cute little front porch with all of our little leaf garland. I will be adding more to this porch as fall goes on, but since we're just in the very beginnings of it, I didn't want to overwhelm anyone. And here's our completed garland. Now we're walking in and we're greeted by the garland going up the sides of our TV. Now we decided not to go over the top because it looked a little weird like that. So let me know, do you guys like it on the side or should I put it back on the top? So then I also tucked in some leaf remnants into our display case, and you can see some of our for sale items peeking forward. And we're going to start on the men's side. We always start ladies first, so we'll go to the men today. So here is that simple garland coming up over the top. And again, it just brings that little touch of fall color into this back area of the store. It's not too overwhelming. Now we're going to turn to our kids section, and we have this little tiny garland on our bullhorns. And again, that twine pretty much blends in. You can see it a little bit, but that's because I'm zooming in. Okay, so see how this corner is just so simple. It's not overdone. It's not overpowering. It's not going to scare people off from buying things. We also have the garland going over this word for our boot room. I did not decorate in our boot room though, just because we do have a lot of local artists work in there, and she just put out a lot of her fall stuff as well. Okay, so coming into our rope room, now this space under this table where this broom is, I will be putting some more pumpkins in, so don't worry, we have more decorating to do. Here's our little fragrance outpost with our leather perfume and our fun buffalo check themed pumpkins and wreaths. How stinking cute is this little display? I absolutely love these. If you're interested in my DIYs for retail, I do have a video available for that already up on this channel. I think I'll link it below. So moving on from these guys, we're going to do a quick pan around our TV. We're always playing Western movies or rodeos or anything like that in here, and always playing really fun country music. So this really completes our little barn vibe. And as you can see, we have all this fun garland. I love how the colors really accent the wood colors, and then our highlight red. So going down, we have our different merchandise mixed in with my little fall retail DIYs. And I think these are really, really cute as either items for purchase or they make nice decor during their time here. You can see I have my two different color families, warms on the left and cools on the right. And then we're going to scan back up. We've got yet another wreath, this super fun turquoise wreath, which got lots of compliments today. And then we have our little women's sign with some little gourd garland. And backing up, you can kind of see it all put together with our fall hats and our fall sweaters. And that's the other thing is I really feel like this decor will remind people of the season that is upcoming. We have our little floral arrangements in the books, and then scanning over the top of our lights, we have all this fun garland, and look how gigantic this thing is and how far it reaches and the absolute impact it makes to this side of the store. I really love the way that this has turned out. And then we move over to this garland. Again, it all really blends together nicely while not being so overpowering that it's like, wow, are we in Hobby Lobby or our local Western store? And here's the view from the women's side as we pan over. And moving from our front room, we're going to go towards our back. So crossing under our fun dressing room sign, past some of our local artists' art, and into the hat room. Look how cute our little whiskey wagon has turned out with all those fun Nevada brands on the wall next to it. I've really loved the way this project has turned out.
So that's it, folks. That is our store redecorate for now. We do have a few more plans to do a little bit more outside, but at this point, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, and we're gonna have to finish this on another day. So I hope you guys enjoyed my first big decorate with me of the season. There are more like this to come. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.
And a huge shout out to Bailey and Justin Schlag, again, for giving me the honor and privilege of being able to decorate their store